Hello, beautiful Pisces. Welcome to your reading. Let's dive into right away. This is your bonus reading for this month. I already have here two tears of joy. Kind of looks like a semicolon as well, or kind of looks like eyes looking at you. Okay, so this can symbolize maybe you're going to get some attention. And I feel like this is a desired attention. That's why it is actually coming in the format of tears of joy, good stuff, and the positive things. Okay. By the way, if you're new here, this is Divine Light. And if you haven't already, don't forget to give this one a thumbs up. Go ahead, hit like, subscribe. And also, if you would like a private reading, I'm going to leave my in the description box email address and right here on the corner. You can click on that one and get in touch with me. What do we have here? I have here, there's a crown, a man with a crown. I see right there. You can see the chin and the mouth, and the crown is right here. Eyes are not really clear. Eyes are the mirror to the soul. So I feel like here, this is a person. You don't really know their soul, or you haven't met yet. Okay, that can be the thing. Okay, they're showing up right here. However, this person might be someone, maybe your path, how you didn't cross path with them yet, and maybe in about seeing them, seeing you, that kind of like a soul, like a souls connecting here. This is showing up, so because maybe there's a potential here. I'm not going to romantically connect it right away because I see a masculine figure here. So this can also be business partner, a good friend that you're going to connect. And the king represents someone with all, like someone who's an authority. That's why I feel a little bit this person might be someone who is managing some things. Okay, can be on a higher level of something. Another thing with this authority, this can be something you have in your mind, you desire, and that might have been like you need to go through an authority in order to get that, but maybe you don't know which authority to actually go advise with. Or another thing here, maybe you couldn't maybe figure it out what to do. But when you figure it out, I feel like the eyes are going to become clear, because you can see eyes are right here. Did I tell you somebody's looking at you outside? So maybe you didn't catch the eyes because it's not still in your reach. The thing is, that might be coming forward this month. We did the monthly reading, so this timeline can change during the month. And I see another thing I see here. There's a dog's face appearing. Dog is a little angry. Dog can represent someone who's loyal to you. So maybe after you decide on this person, the eyes watching you, maybe recognize it might really anger another person that is loyal to you. And or maybe they're gonna get upset because this person's loyalty might be where lying where you are with them. So if you're catching another somebody else's eyes, or if you are finding another source or a solution, and this person is going to maybe lose their significance. Well, if this is an emotional significance, I don't think that can be lost. But if this is a material exchange you have with this person, and if you find anyone else, they might, yes, lose their significance, and that can be a problem for them. So I feel like here they might ask you to maybe just make up for it. But I feel here, by the way, we have the 8-8 portal coming up. So if you haven't manifested anything or set your intentions yet, go ahead and set it, because it seems like they're going to start becoming available to you. And along the way, you might be losing some people. This doesn't mean it's a negative thing. It means there's an upgrade happening, okay? Because someone loyal doesn't mean there's someone always good, okay? Because dogs, they're loyal, yes, they're playful, but some of them can be overwhelming, okay? I see there's a seed that you planted starting to actually start like spring out of the earth right here. The thing is, When you plant a tree, initially we don't see the roots actually growing down, okay? And it takes a while the tree to actually put the roots down, and after it's established, and then it just sprouts, grows, and gets bigger and bigger, and starts to, reach to the sky. So I feel like here, if you're feeling like giving up on something, the tree on the bottom on the ground is under the ground is actually like in full shape, and you might see the first sprout, okay, this season, this month. So instead of maybe giving up on something that you have worked on, you should move on to something new, so that you would let the seed, because it's like digging up the seed over and over again. If you let the seed, give it time and mind other stuff, it will start to show its face to you. I see here, kind of reminds me of like a hippopotamus, but laying down, like what is that animal? Seal. Seals are actually extremely large and strong animals. Seal is a predator to penguins, and also, what's that kind? Big whales. I forgot. Orcas are predator to them. So there's a predator to the predator. Okay, I feel like here, seal can be a good companion when they're showing up, but you need to become aware. If you're a penguin, Pisces, you're a water sign. Penguin kind of reminds me of water signs as well. If you're the penguin, seal might not be the best partner for you. Okay, so that's why I feel maybe you should let orcas take care of them. And they're coming in, somebody's sliding into your life here. And if you are not the penguin, I want to point it out as well, because you can be the shark too. You might be the orca. If that's the case, then this can be a companion, or if this is a business partner or someone you're doing business, selling something or buying something. So if you have an advantage here, it's okay to work with them. But if you have the spirit of penguin, maybe it's not good to just do business, because there's something hidden under the water. You can see down there above the ice, I'm going to say the ice, and then there's like a snake under this S with a snake, and there's a pig's nose under the water. Pig represents money. Maybe there's like a different intent under the ice that you're not seeing yet. That's why if you're the orca, if you can handle the ice cold water, and if you can be under the ice, and that will be fine, and with seal face to face, it's okay. But if you're not, maybe you should just back off from something that is not really good for you, okay? And I see a letter A here, massive A, and a slingshot right there. Something maybe you're shooting your shot about another thing is actually going to start. It keeps going. A is the first letter of the alphabet, and you have to go through all the letters in order to get to the last one, which A and Z. This is not Z, actually. Z is the other way around. But because my mind flips things sometimes, I saw it the other way. Looking in the mirror. Looking in the mirror. When you look at the mirror, you see the things reversed. So beginning, maybe you're looking something from a reversed angle. That can work out, because A doesn't matter which way you look. You can see through the mirror. It just looks the same. But the Z is actually just matters. That's why I feel you might be looking at the mirror and expecting the mirror to change in a situation here. But mirror can be a person reflecting what you're feeling through their actions, and you need to reverse it. I feel like when you do that, that's the beginning that you desire actually going to come forward, okay? Another thing I see here, there's a rain type of energy right there. It's not really raining, but there's a movement happening. Rain can be about raining off some prosperity and abundance into your life. And that's why when I said that when you reverse, when you realize the mirror is reflecting your energy, seems like you're turning things around. I even see the bull's head right here. Bull can represent an authority, hierophant. It can be committed relationship. It can be rules and regulation coming to a system that is organizing on your behalf. It seems like things are going to start aligning for you, okay? Let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, an intention, hold it in your mind. I see, yes, whatever this is coming really fast. There's a small chunk of money on the side. And I feel like here, this intention that you have, it's a small thing, guys. If you thought about something big, um, I feel like this is actually going to also manifest through something small. Okay. Maybe you are thinking that this can only happen through in a massive like destiny swap or something massive and change. This seems like that's not really the case. It's going to be such a random small thing that will lead you there. So you need to maybe keep yourself open. And we have here, there's a little dinosaur right there on a leash. Dinosaur can symbolize dinosaur, dragon, is actually a tool towards freedom. I mean, dragons we see on mythology, not the Tolkien books. I have one, Silmarillion, right next to me that I read a little bit, but I need to get back to it. Is not tameable. Okay, he describes dragons as free-willed creatures that want to actually reside with the bad guy. But when you look at like another writer, now he has series of those, he describes them as tameable animals. So I feel like here, this is a tamed one. You might see something as untamable, a situation, a person, maybe a conflict that you're in. You might be thinking there's no way out of it, but it seems like there's a leash on the animal. That's why it seems, I feel you need to change the way you look at things. You need to change your perspective about it in order to see how you can find a solution to that. Okay, you can tame the dragon basically. Let's dive into your tarot now. If you have like a specific question, desire, an intention, hold it in your mind so we can see what is coming forward about that. Let's see what else we have here for you. Death card. Ace of Swords is a good one. It's a new beginning. So something, oh wow, beautiful. I love this. Nine of Pentacles. One of the most colorful and the feathers I love is the one on this deck. This deck doesn't have much of a color. Only these 4 colors, I guess. 4? Green, red, yellow, green, blue, and a purple right there. Anyways, well, we have 4 feathers. I'm gonna say the feathers can represent angels watching you. Like when you're taking a walk, for example, if you see a feather on the floor, that's a sign. And it can also a sign for like you're on the right path for your wishes and desires. Even maybe taking your daily walks is your sign to really receive the inspiration you need, the inspired action cues. That's why I feel this 4 feathers is actually telling you you're on the right path, you're going towards the right direction. Even if you look at this picture, this is a death card. Some things are changing form. This is not the end of everything. There's a term in my language, we came from earth, we go back to earth. So but you don't stay in earth. We just transform within the earth. We just transform into a tree, into a bug, into a butterfly or an orange. Why not? So these feathers are actually your sign to see that you're not, if something is coming to an end, it's not the end of everything. There might be an era coming to an end in your life, okay? And you might be starting something new. And if you're feeling like, oh, this is the end, please don't, because life is beautiful. Okay, life is beautiful. This card symbolizes, I'm going to show you the original tarot, that yes, an era is coming to an end. What happens is generations are changing, and maybe you are changing as well, and this is basically calling you to embrace the change. Some of you might be maybe holding on to something so tightly. That's why the change is going to come, but it can be a little bit disruptive of your routine. That's why it's a little shocking here. But when we look at this bird, there has been some time already. Okay, this is not something new. I don't have that card here. I should have. I don't know what's going on. So what we see is a Death Rider coming to collect, okay, the old king, because there's a new baby right there that he's going to be actually trained to be the new king. It was behind Nine of Pentacles, by the way. You have Nine of Pentacles here. And there's a new baby right there. And we have the Hierophant and Authority right here. Hierophant is a little... I heard from someone, I don't see that he's afraid here, but somebody said that he's a little afraid because it's just the king is passed. But I feel like he's not really afraid. He's praying. He's doing like his, his thing maybe. And as a pope or as a clergyman, and he's doing his ritual, and then he's going to pass the crown to the kid or the queen. Why not? And there's a sun shining on the background, the tower moment. You can see the between the towers, meaning this is the towers on the moon card. If you didn't have clarity about something, I feel like this ending, and you are also here in between towers, two pillars, but I want to interpret the shape as towers. So it seems like if you didn't have clarity about a situation, or now the Ace of Swords makes sense, the clarity, the real answer is going to come forward. These are the pillars, guys, here. You can see the sun is shining on the background. So if you didn't have answer to something, you have it within you. First of all, with the High Priestess. The second of all is if you couldn't catch it, even if it was within you, the answers are going to show up. The Ace of Swords can also indicate a new idea, inspiration, calling, or to be able to express your authentic self. And Three of Pentacles is teamwork. You might gather around you people who are compatible with you to build what you desire together. And I heard something in one of those tarot books recently, audiobook, that Sub Rosa, under the rose. We see in the original tarot, there's a symbol of rose there on Three of Pentacles. And that actually means, I think in Latin, under secrecy. So you might be building something, but maybe allocating the business to people in a concept that they should only know the parts that they're working on. So that can be also something you should be paying attention to. And Nine of Pentacles symbolizes that this is going to reach to success, and the success of material satisfaction, and also can indicate enjoying the solitude, or what you're doing is actually going to really put you in a positive position. But can be, you might be alone in that position too, and maybe loneliness is what you're going to enjoy in that wealth and abundance, okay? And we have Son of Swords here. I was going to say, maybe in the past, you had to share the victory, you have to share the bounty all the time. That's why maybe that something coming to an end will help you enjoy what you're creating with your own sovereign being. We have here Seven of Swords. We have the fox on the picture, and Empress here, the Hierophant. I mentioned him so many times, and he said, you know what, let me show up here too. Seven of Swords can mean two things. First of all, I told you, Sub Rosa can indicate secrecy, and the Seven of Swords does have secrecy. However, this can be a secrecy happening behind the curtain that you're not seeing. Someone might be actually doing sneaky stuff that will require you to maybe look more into it. Another thing, because it's followed by Empress, I'm going to also interpret in a sense that what is happening behind the scenes might stay behind the scenes. Or if you are very loud with what you're doing all the time, which it's not really Pisces nature. However, it can be maybe there are people you're sharing with all the time, might not really have your best interest in their mind. That's why maybe you need to keep them secret. Empress tells me the seeds that you're planting is going to grow. It's growing already, but some of them going to require gentle, mindfully taking care of them. Hierophant is holding the key to unlock whatever is locked away, or whatever that you actually gave up on. Another thing with the Hierophant is an authority. Can be a signature that you need from an authority being, can represent an authority supporting you. And finally, Page of Wands is your new beginning, an exciting new opportunity coming your way. And maybe you are taking a leap of faith when you have the Mother Nature and the patriarchy and matriarchy both on your side. Emperor is usually interpreted as patriarchy. However, I feel like Hierophant has also a part in it. Like the High Priestess and Empress are the matriarchy part. Hierophant and the Emperor is the patriarchy part of the leaders of the tarot. Okay, so it seems like this is a spiritual patriarchy. It's going to be supporting you, and can also indicate marriage. It can also indicate getting an approval. It is going to be there, and that will maybe even lead you to this new exciting beginning here. And your spirit, this is actually shadow healing. Fox is here. Fox symbolizes shadow. What we have here is fitting with the Seven of Swords energy. Untrustworthy. Let's see what this is. We need to recognize that not everybody can be trusted. However, the confidence we place in our judgment is the deepest level of trust we can experience, guys. This is utmost important thing. I'm not that old. I am kind of old, but not that old. But every time I really failed miserably, or the times that I didn't listen to that gut feeling, okay? And we all have it. You all have it. I feel like we all have it. Like in my family, everybody has it. The people close to me have it. So, and every time when you step into an environment, your gut feeling tells you if you're in the right place or if you're in the wrong place. Your body tells you. And this is basically telling you if you are suspicious of someone, even has like a little dot think of that like a black ink on a white tablecloth, okay? And you cannot take it off. It's gonna stay there and it's gonna keep growing, okay? And it has something. It has a meaning. It's not a meaningless one drop on a tablecloth, okay? It has a meaning, so consider that meaning, because sometimes what happens is we push away our own inner innate knowledge in order to keep some people in our lives or some situations going. But here, Death card is also telling you maybe that needs to go. Okay, maybe you're untrustworthy. You're thinking, oh, I don't want to be the untrustworthy one, but maybe your judgment is right. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Sun is optimism. Open your heart to the enormous growth ahead. So everything happens for a good reason. And nothing is random. Sun is the positivity coming your way. And I feel like here it's also connecting with the wand. Let's go with the zodiac here. The wand energy is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Sun is Leo. Maybe we are during the time of Leo season, by the way. That's why maybe you should follow the sun, the positivity, optimism, and good attitude. We have what? Never seen such a thing before. And the moon coming. Pay attention to your intuition at this time and move ahead confidently, which is actually aligning. These two cards are aligning perfectly. All right, beautiful. That's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. I'm going to add some more videos on the screen. Go ahead, click on them. If you go on to enjoy this message, give this one a thumbs up. Go ahead, hit subscribe if you haven't already. And I wish you all a magical day. Bye. Hit the subscribe and join the family.